Hello everyone, it's Sean, and this is the next unboxing video for my MOTU Origins figures. As you can see here, I've got the Man-at-Arms and Mer-Man, Sorceress, the Filmation-colored Sorceress, not the white one that comes with Castle Grayskull, and the Eternia Goddess. So if I go alphabetically, that's probably the best way to do it. I will open up the Eternia Goddess first. And of course I'll use the knife to cut along the side, but above the surface a bit, so I can protect the card back. So I'll open her up and we'll see what we get. Be right back. Turns out I found a better way of cutting than the steak knife, which is kind of jagged. You just use the scissors here, the thick, big, careful. Just make sure that you carefully cut above the surface of the comic, of course. Get around the corner. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Ah, there we go, see? There, good, so we don't need the plastic bubble. Put it down there. You can see the figure here, and look, see? No damage to the card back, no damage to the comic. You just have to cut the surface flush and get the comic out that way. So I'll get everything out and I'll be right back. Well, there we go. So she balances somewhat, uses the staff to hold herself up, which I'm sure I can do for the sorceress as well. So now I'm going to get off the mini comic and get it out of its parcel, and we'll see what we get from it. There. Fairly undamaged, yes. That's good. It looks like, oh, this comic actually has words in it. That's brilliant. And there's the Eternia Goddess and everything, so that's great. I think I've reviewed this comic before. And of course, here's the card back. So it shows the Eternia Goddess keeping Skeletor away from He-Man. And there are the 2021 figures. Like I have Webster, I now have the Goddess. I have the Beastman, Skeletor, and He-Man. And she does hold the staff. And the shield goes on the other hand. So that's good. I've got her holding everything correctly. And balanced as best as I could, so she doesn't fall over. Actually, let me turn the staff around just a bit. There. Because I know I had to balance the Evil Lynn figure, the vintage one, with the staff to keep it from falling over. So I'm going to have to balance this carefully to do the same thing. There. Now she stands upright. Okay, so that's good. So that's that figure, and we'll move on to Man-at-Arms next, since we're going alphabetically. All right, so I managed to get him out of his bubble. There you go. I can put all the plastic remnants and everything in the bubble itself. So there we go. See, that was pretty seamless. You see, it didn't damage the card back or the comic. Now we'll see, are his arms actually embedded in place, and I have to use the fine scissors to release them? The answer is yes. There you go. Do the other arm. Ah, there you go. Cutting. There we are. And the legs. Again, I have to cut at the ankle. There. There you go. Got it. All right, good. So that gets all the strings that were holding him in the packaging out. And you move the ankle and you get the string off the ankle. So that was pretty clever, embedding the string into the ankle like that. So let's see if he stands up, how I can balance this figure. Because the thing is, you see their hip joints? It only moves so far. It doesn't move all the way. Well, there you go. At least he's not breathing into his chest plate now. That's good. So let's see here. Got to figure out a way to pose him so that he actually stands upright and doesn't fall over. There you go. There you go. All right, good. So that's the figure. And you have to cut open the packaging to get to the weapon and the comic. So I'll show you everything when it's all ready. And you can fit the two knee gauntlets onto the figure here. That's good. The strap, it's flexible enough that it fits right through and you don't have to risk damaging the piece. So that's good. Let's see if I can demonstrate on camera here with the left shin guard. One moment. Okay, I have to do it off camera. Turns out he's only supposed to have one leg strap. This one's actually for the shoulder, as you can see in the picture here. So, detach it carefully. Good thing it's soft rubber, so it will work. There you go. Get it around the elbow. And then attach it in place. That way. There we go. And then slide it upwards so it doesn't interfere. It actually does fit over the bicep. There we go. Kind of like that. There you are. Okay, good. And I'm sure buried in the mini comic were probably the instructions on how to put that in place. And of course his mace goes in his other hand, his right hand. There you go. There we are. And he seems to be standing upright quite well just as he is. That's perfect. And so I'll just trim everything else off the card back and... inspiration. Check the original figure that I have. There. So original figure. Let me move some background stuff so I can take a better picture here. Original figure and vintage figure. Just a moment. Turn him a bit towards the camera. He's looking up a bit. The other Duncan isn't. There you go. And you can see how I got the shoulder piece on properly, just like the other figure. So it's neat how it's so exact. That's good. All right. I don't have a vintage Eternia Goddess to show, but I will take individual pictures of each figure with their card back for that picture to introduce each figure into the video. So it kind of breaks up the video. So I'll move on to the next figure after this. And the final piece of the puzzle for the Man-at-Arms figure is, of course, the comic book. So let's see if this one actually has any... Oh, great, it has words too. This is good. This is good. So you can see all the words here in the storyline. Here we are. Good, good, good. Very good. All right, so there, put the figure in front. Put the card back there. And of course, when I do take the main photo of everything, I'll have it in without the, don't want to have the Ninja Turtles in the background, even the individual cards, so I will fix up that later. I'm going to open this Mer-Man figure and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so here I have the Mer-Man figure. Got to adjust it. There we go. He's standing now. So there's the figure. There's his mini comic. Doesn't seem to have a name on the mini comic. Here it shows the figures. I have all of these figures now. I have She-Ra down there. I'll open her in a later video. This one doesn't have any words, not in this one. So this must be an earlier comic. Yeah, it does say 2020 on the back. But the comics that have words say 2021. Yeah, oh, this actually says 2019. Look at that. New for 20, see? This says new for 21. That's the Eternia Goddess comic. All right, that's quite good. So I will set Mer-Man up. I'll have to set him up over here. And it'll be time for the last figure, which is actually the Filmation-Style Coloring Sorceress. So you can see her here, and you can see the card back. See, there she is with He-Man. Oh, look, Hordak. Now I have a deluxe Hordak. I don't have a regular one yet. But look, she has her white staff, just like in the comics and the show. So I will open her up and take the pictures of each individual figure once I get an appropriate backdrop for them. One that shows their artwork. So I will be right back. Because of the sorceress's wings, I'm going to have to carefully cut the plastic that holds her out in segments, like so, just so that she doesn't break or anything. But that's all right, because that's what the main outer package is for, to put these segments in place here. There we go, see? Good, so her legs are free. So now I just have to cut along here so I can get her arms out and her head. There you go. See? Slowly cutting her free that way. And then you get in between the arm and the leg, and you cut like this along the back. There you go. See? Kind of like that. All the way around, mind you. There you go. That's getting there. It's getting there. Slowly. You can see it's segmented, so just cut off a segment here. There you go. See? Slowly cutting her out of the package so you don't accidentally damage anything. So then you come up here underneath the wing and cut, cut. And this segment comes free, lifts out around her head, and there you go. Take off her little wrist straps, and there you go. You've got the sorceress out without her being damaged. I just have to get her to balance properly on her feet, because you have to compensate for the wings. So let's tip the feet down a bit. Let's try this. There. She leans forward a bit, but she is upright. Yeah, let's see. Do the wings do anything? No, but look. Her head turns slightly. I don't know if the headdress is designed to come off or not. I'm not going to test it because it looks like it's glued up right in there. But there you go. She is up. She's upright. And I will take off the take out the staff here. So I just basically slice with the scissors right up the longitudinal axis of the entire Ziploc bag. Peel it back like that. And then cut this way around the head of the staff. And then once the bag is open, you just do a slice like this. And you kind of unwrap it. And then you can actually, there you go, got it. So then you put this, oh, careful, put the staff in her right hand so that she can hold it while she is standing. There, kind of like Tila. There. So if she has any danger of falling over, well, that danger has just been eliminated because she can use the staff to hold herself upright. So I'm just going to cut the rest of the plastic out in the mini comic, and we'll be right back. Got most of the card back free. And it's best to focus on the back of the card back. That's the part you really don't want to have damaged in any way. And there is the comic. Now that comic has, I believe it's Jitsu on the front. But he's not on the card back. And here are the sorceress instructions. Well, technically it's just showing the removable parts she has. She was only the second figure to have those parts. So I guess you can remove the entire head. Let's see if this comic, which is again 2021, but it doesn't have any words in it, but you see Buzz off here. And Jitsu is attacking. Jitsu, yes. Okay, so Stratos is there. He-Man comes running to the rescue. Jitsu faces off against He-Man. And Stratos leaps in, so does Buzz off, and they disarm him. Okay, good. So I will take the group picture of the figures with their backdrop cards. Actually, take the 40th anniversary He-Man figure out of the way for just a moment. And I will just set a few things up and I'll be right back. There. That is a picture that can be taken of the four figures with their backdrop cards. And I will now proceed to take the pictures individually so that I can break the video up and introduce each figure. All right, so there is the... Wait a minute. 1 minute. There we go. There is the Eternia Goddess picture that I'll use for the thumbnail once it's cropped correctly. There is the Man-at-Arms picture I'm going to use to introduce his part of the video, his unboxing. There is the Mer-Man picture with his mini comic. And finally, the sorceress herself with her backdrop picture. And now I'll show you where they're going to be on the origin shelf, which finally has room so they don't have to be displayed in the living room. All right, here they are. Oh, well, I guess I should move the sorceress staff so it's not in front of her face. And I'm retaking the picture of her by herself as well, just in case. There we go. There's the better picture of the 4 Origins figures I've unboxed. You see how much room they have on the shelf? You could at least fit 2, maybe 2 figures in between, like the Lords of Power Beastman and the other Mer-Man, or maybe Fisto, and if I remember correctly, who's behind him? Jitsu himself. And since Jitsu was mentioned in the comics, it seems to make sense that I would go for those shelves next. So that's what I'll do. And then I can put them up here. And then I can move Mer-Man and ones I'm not going to open down to this shelf here, I think. So that is all for now for this Origins unboxing video. It's nice to see them integrated into the main MOTU shelf, even if it starts out with vintage, but so it's vintage on the top. Right now it's Origins on the second shelf. Vintage again on the third shelf. The fourth shelf is a mix of unopened stuff, Eternia minis, Mega Constructs, etc. And then, of course, the bottom is Star Wars, but that's something to look at in a future video. So eventually, as I open the base figures, not the special figures, not the anniversary figures, but as I open the base figures, which stand in front of the vehicles, that will be good. Yeah. So, talk to you all later, and hope you have a good week. And if you enjoyed the toy line, keep collecting MOTU Origins. Bye-bye.